Today I am going to take, it is the chemistry class number 14 and I am going to start the another new chapter, that is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. See here, carbohydrates. You know that, you see, two words in this carbohydrates word, you see. Carbohydrates. So we know that, you see, carbohydrates are nothing but the large class of organic compounds containing three elements, that is carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Carbohydrates contains which elements? Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. And we know that, you see, all the carbohydrates names ends with the suffix "ose". Ends with the suffix what? "Ose". Why? Because if you write glucose, spelling, you see, glucose, O-S-E at the end. Fructose, O-S-E. Galactose, G-A-L-A-C-T-O-S-E, galactose. That means all the names of the carbohydrates ends with the suffix "ose". And third point, you see, so these carbohydrates are called as the carbohydrates. Why the carbohydrates are called the carbohydrates? Because carbohydrates are called as carbohydrates because they are the hydrates of carbon. They are called as what? Hydrates of carbon. What is the hydrates of carbon? That means, you see, they are the hydrates of carbon having the general formula CxH2O times. Okay? CxH2O times. What is C is carbon, X is number of carbon atoms, H2O water, Y means number of water molecules in the that is your carbohydrates. That means carbohydrates are called as the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are so called because they are the hydrates of carbon having the general formula CxH2O times, where X is the number of carbon atoms in the carbohydrate and Y is the number of water molecules in the carbohydrate. So how do you show this carbohydrate in this formula, you see? So that is, if I take glucose, what is the formula for glucose? That is glucose, you see, glucose, the formula is C6H12O6. It is the formula for glucose. And it can be written in this form, you see, CxH2O times. How do you write C6? That means X is 6 here. And then H2O, Y times is again 6, you see. You can see here, resolve this one, C6, C6, H, 2 into 6 is how much? 12. Okay, Y into 6 is O6. Okay, and then if you take sucrose, again sucrose, for example sucrose. What is the formula for sucrose? C12, H22, O11. And it can be written like this, you see. It can be written as C12, H2O 11 times, you see. See here? C12, H2O 11 times, C12 and then H22, that is 11 into 2 is 22, O into 1, O11, that is 11O, here also 11, 11 into O, 1 is 11. So therefore you see, all the carbohydrates under the, that is formula CxH2O times, so therefore they are called as the hydrates of carbon having the formula CxH2O times. Generally they contain water molecules, that is according to this formula. But you see, this definition of hydrates of carbon for the word carbohydrate is also that is applicable even for non-carbohydrates. So that means this definition of hydrates of carbon is applicable even for non-carbohydrates also. Why? How actually? Let me take this one, you see. That is CH3COOH. What is the formula for acetic acid? We know that, you see, acetic acid is CH3COOH, acetic acid, vinegar. Okay. And it can be written like this, you see, C2H4O2. Here C2, H3 plus 1 is what? 4, C4O2. So this is acetic acid. And it can be written like this, you see, again. See here. It can be written as C2H2O 2 times, you see. That means you see C2, 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2. So that means you see acetic acid is not carbohydrate. But non-carbohydrate like acetic acid also come under the definition of these hydrates of carbon. For this reason, you see, this definition of hydrates of carbon for the word carbohydrate is not proper. It is not proper. We come to that conclusion, you see. So therefore, we are going to define the carbohydrate according to chemical definition, chemical composition. We can define. How actually we can define the chemical, that is carbohydrate in the chemical definition? So it is according to this definition. You see, chemical definition. Let me write this chemical definition. Chemical definition. According to chemical definition, we see carbohydrates essentially contains large number of OH groups. Large number of OH groups. You see, OH groups. That means carbohydrates contains large number of OH groups. Many number of OH groups in that. In addition to either an aldehyde group or ketonic groups. That means carbohydrates essentially contains large number of OH groups and one aldehydic or one ketonic group. You see, how many aldehydic groups are there? Either one aldehydic group or one ketonic group. Not both ketonic and aldehydic group present in the same carbohydrate. Carbohydrate may contain either aldehydic or what? Ketonic group. Not both. So therefore, you see, carbohydrates contains large number of OH groups. So therefore, it is called the polyhydroxy. Therefore, it is called the what? Polyhydroxy. Because you see, many number of hydroxyl groups are there. OH group is called the hydroxy. So therefore, you see, according to chemical definition, carbohydrates are called as polyhydroxyaldehyde or polyhydroxy ketone. We come to the conclusion that we see carbohydrates are chemically defined as, since they contain large number of OH groups with one aldehydic or one ketonic group, they are called as the polyhydroxyaldehyde or what? Polyhydroxy ketone. Either one you have to write. That means you see, the carbohydrate should contain either aldehyde group or ketone group, not both. So for this reason, it is called the polyhydroxyaldehyde or polyhydroxy ketone, or the carbohydrates are the substances which on hydrolysis gives either of the two. Either of the two means what? Either polyhydroxyaldehyde or polyhydroxy ketone, it should give. Then only the compounds are called the carbohydrates. Which compounds are called the carbohydrates? The compounds which on hydrolysis gives either the polyhydroxyaldehyde or polyhydroxy ketone. You can give that definition, chemical definition to the carbohydrates. So that means we have 4 points according to for carbohydrates. You see, generally carbohydrates contains you see, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen as elements. Okay, that is the first point. So carbohydrates are the large class of organic compounds. Large class of what? Organic compounds. And the carbohydrates are called as called as carbohydrates because they are the hydrates of carbon according to the equation CxH2OY times, because you see all the carbohydrates come under the definition of CxH2OY. But some of the non-carbohydrates also come under the definition of this hydrates of carbon. Therefore, that definition is not at all that is used for a long time. So therefore, we will come to the chemical definition. According to chemical composition, carbohydrates essentially contains large number of OH groups. Therefore, they are called the polyhydroxy. In addition to that, you see, they contains either aldehyde group or what? Ketonic group. You see. So therefore, they are called the polyhydroxyaldehyde or polyhydroxy ketone. Okay. And all the names of the carbohydrates that is ends with the suffix "ose." You see. Okay. So next, classification of carbohydrates. You see, we have one next topic: classification of carbohydrates. Classification of carbohydrates. Here, classification of carbohydrates. So, classification of carbohydrates means, you see, carbohydrates are broadly classified into two classes. See here. One is sugars and non-sugars. Sugars and what? Non-sugars. So, sugars, you know that we say crystalline solids, soluble in water, sweet to taste. Okay. Non-sugars are not sweet to taste. They are insoluble in water. For example, you see cellulose, starch, cellulose, glycogen. These are the examples for your non-sugar species. They are called the polysaccharides. Okay. And here all these are insoluble in water, not sweet to taste, and they are amorphous powders. Your that is starch is that is essentially present in your potatoes. You see, potato. When potato is boiled, okay, when you remove this layer on the potato, everything is starch. Everything is pulp is what? Starch. So these are the non-sugars. They are also called the polysaccharides. You see, they are also called the what? Polysaccharides. Let me write that word. You see, that is very very important. Polysaccharide. Polysaccharide. That means non-saccharides are also called the polysaccharides. Example is starch, cellulose, and glycogen. So these are the three examples. What is the formula for this? C6H10O5N10. For all these same formula is there. And for sugars, you see, sugars are further classified into two classes. One is monosaccharides. Monosaccharides. Second one is oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides. Monosaccharides and oligosaccharides. So monosaccharides are nothing but the carbohydrates which are hydrolysis, which does not undergo hydrolysis to give further simpler carbohydrates. Therefore, monosaccharides are the single unit carbohydrates. When those are subject to hydrolysis, does not use still simpler carbohydrates. Therefore, single unit carbohydrates they are called. So these monosaccharides are further classified into two classes. One is aldoses, you see, aldoses, and second one is ketoses. So aldoses contains aldehyde group, you see, aldehyde group. Ketoses contains what? Ketone group. And aldoses contains aldehyde group. Therefore, example is glucose and your galactose, you see, glucose and galactose. Example is same, that is C6H12O6. Ketosis is only fructose example, you see, fructose. Formula is same, C6H12O6. Coming to oligosaccharides. So these oligosaccharides are nothing but the carbohydrates which contains 2 to 9 monosaccharides. 2 to 9 monosaccharides. What are oligosaccharides? Definition. What are oligosaccharides? These are the carbohydrates which contains 2 to 9 monosaccharide units, not 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. All these called the oligosaccharides, you see. So therefore, oligosaccharides. So these oligosaccharides are further classified into many classes, you see. So one is disaccharide. Next, second one is trisaccharide. And then tetrasaccharide, etc. Tetrasaccharide. You see, what are oligosaccharides? Oligosaccharides again they are the carbohydrates. Whatever you take, those are nothing but carbohydrates originally. Oligosaccharides are nothing but the carbohydrates which contain so many monosaccharides, 2 to 9 monosaccharides. If two, that means oligosaccharides are further classified into three classes: disaccharides, trisaccharides, tetrasaccharides. Disaccharides are nothing but the carbohydrates which on hydrolysis gives only how many monosaccharides? 2 monosaccharides. So therefore, example are, so that is sucrose, maltose, and lactose. We know that sucrose is present in cane sugar, maltose is present in malt sugar, lactose is present in milk sugar. It is present in what? Milk. Therefore, it is present in sugar. Next, trisaccharides. So that is raffinose. Example is raffinose. You see, raffinose. This one is stachyose. So these are the examples for trisaccharide and tetrasaccharide. Tetrasaccharide gives how many monosaccharides? 3. Okay. So trisaccharides gives 3. Tetrasaccharides gives what? 4. Disaccharide gives how many monosaccharides? 2. So that means you see, oligosaccharides are classified into 3 classes: di, tri, tetra. So disaccharides are nothing but the carbohydrates which on hydrolysis gives how many monosaccharides? Di and rest of 2. Trisaccharides on hydrolysis gives how many monosaccharides? 3. Tetrasaccharides gives what? 4 monosaccharides which are hydrolysis. So for this you see we can write the examples also. So sucrose, maltose, lactose. The formula for this is, we know that C12H22O11. C12, we can write this formula if it is seen here. C12H22O11. Okay. So raffinose you see. So this raffinose is trisaccharide. Disaccharide is the C12H22O11. How do you get the formula for trisaccharide? Monosaccharide plus disaccharide. Okay. So disaccharide is C12. H22O11. C12 plus C6 how much? C18. You see? C12 plus 6 is 18. And then H. See here H. 22 plus 12 how much? 34. 34 minus 2 you have to remove. 32. Okay. O. 6 plus 7 is 17. 17 minus 1 is 16. So then why? Because H2O you have to remove that. So therefore it is C18, H32, O16. This is raffinose. Stachyose you see. Stachyose means tetrasaccharide. Tetra means 4. You have to take 3 trisaccharide plus monosaccharide, you will be getting 4. So that is C18 plus C6 how much? C24. Okay. So H that is 32 plus 12 means what? 40, 44 minus 2, 42. O 16 plus 6 is 22 minus 1. It is what? 21. So this is the formula for what? Stachyose. That means you see classification of carbohydrates. Once again, they are classified into sugars and what? Non-sugars. Sugars are crystalline solids. Okay, easily soluble in water, sweet to taste. Non-sugars are amorphous solids, powder-like solids. They are insoluble in water, but they are not sweet to taste. Okay. Example for non-saccharides are nothing but they are also called the polysaccharides, starch, cellulose, glycogen. All these will have the same formula, C6H10O5 n times. And these sugars are further classified into monosaccharides and oligosaccharides. And monosaccharides are nothing but single unit carbohydrates. You see, they are called the what? Single unit carbohydrates, which on further hydrolysis does not use any still simpler carbohydrates. Okay, therefore they are called single unit. And then monosaccharides are further classified into aldoses and ketoses. So aldoses are nothing but the group contains aldehyde group. That is glucose, galactose. That is glucose and what? Galactose. C6H12O6 formula. Ketoses contains ketonic group, and fructose is the there is a example, and formula is the same for glucose, fructose, galactose also. C6H12O6. And this oligosaccharides again you see second class. So oligosaccharides are nothing but the carbohydrates. Oligosaccharides are nothing but the carbohydrates which contains how many monosaccharide units? 2 to 9 monosaccharide units. So therefore you see, if the carbohydrate contains 2 to 9 monosaccharide, they are called oligos. That means disaccharide is an oligosaccharide, trisaccharide is also oligosaccharide, tetrasaccharide is also oligosaccharide. Okay. So tetra. Disaccharide means you see, these are the carbohydrates which on hydrolysis gives how many monosaccharides? 2. Trisaccharides are nothing but the carbohydrates which on hydrolysis gives how many monosaccharides? 3 monosaccharides. Tetrasaccharides on hydrolysis gives how many monosaccharides? 4 monosaccharides. Okay, this is the definition. Examples are sucrose, maltose, lactose, disaccharide. Formula is same for all these. Raffinose, trisaccharide. That is formula C18H32O16. Tetrasaccharide, stachyose, and C24H42O11. So now we have to know how these what are disaccharides you see now. So we know that you see that is disaccharides. Disaccharides. One more example I am going to take. So disaccharides means you see these are the monosaccharides. Disaccharides are nothing but the carbohydrates which on hydrolysis gives how many? 2 monosaccharide units. For example, you see C12H22O11. So which on hydrolysis means you see water molecules you have to put H2O. So then we will getting monosaccharides are 2, that is C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6. Okay. So this is it may be, you see, it is sucrose. You will be getting glucose and glucose. Glucose plus glucose. See here, it is important. What happens when sucrose is subjected to hydrolysis? It gives 2 monosaccharide units, glucose and what? Glucose. Same you see. For example, if you take C12, H22, O11. So if you take maltose plus water, you will be getting C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6. So again you will be getting, so this is maltose means you see glucose and glucose. Glucose and water, glucose again. Glucose and glucose. So last one is, so that is sucrose, maltose, lactose you see. C12, H22, O11 plus H2O. Let me take this is lactose you see. Lactose on hydrolysis gives same monosaccharide C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6, but it is glucose, but it is that is galactose you see, galactose. So that means here sucrose gives glucose and glucose, glucose and fructose, glucose and sucrose gives glucose and fructose, So sucrose and hydrolysis gives glucose and what? Fructose. Maltose gives glucose and glucose, both are same. Lactose gives one glucose and one galactose. So these are the hydrolysis of disaccharides. So disaccharides means which on hydrolysis gives two monosaccharide units. Sucrose on hydrolysis gives glucose and fructose. Maltose on hydrolysis gives glucose and glucose. Lactose gives glucose and what? Galactose. So these are disaccharides.